When I told you that things was about to get a little bit spicy between Beau DeMayo and Marvel Studios, I ain't tell you no lie. When I told you that most likely Beau has something in his back pocket that would vindicate him from all of this noise, I ain't tell you no lie. Now today, we have a new report from GeekTyrant.com. It is titled, Fired X-Men 97 showrunner says he was removed, in quotation marks, from Blade after sharing concerns about prejudicial conditions. That's right, baby. Beau is willing to go there with Marvel Studios. This man must have told himself that there was no way that he was going to allow this company to play with his name like this. So he has decided to call them out on their BS. I knew something was funny about this situation, especially if you have common sense. You can tell something just wasn't right. Let's get into this. Fired X-Men 97 showrunner Beau DeMayo is on full offense right now when dealing with Marvel Studios and sharing his side of the story. He recently slammed the studio for its toxic work environment and criminal working conditions. So in other words, Beau is saying someone needed to go to jail for those working conditions, right? I mean, come on. We have heard that the Disney as a whole, right, their whole program is bad practice, right? We have heard this for quite some time. Even the employees over there at Disney World, they feel that they're not being treated appropriately, right? Let's just say that. He also said that all of the claims they made against him and the rumors going around online were false. He also is going to court over the NDA he signed with Marvel. So he is under an NDA, so it could very well be a mistake of him to be sharing, information like this. Who knows? Because I hear that once one side breaks the NDA, you can go full on out with it, right? You can say everything that you want to say about it. But I would say Marvel Studios saying that the guy was being a creep on set could very well justify him saying anything. Right? I mean, think about that for a second. They said something first. You know what I'm saying? They asked this man what happened. First, he was like, look, we just parted ways. He was being quiet. And then they decided to bash the man, and that made him feel some type of way. So if you ask me, he is justified in speaking out against this situation. All right. DeMayo also talked about his time working on the Blade movie and shared why he believed he was ultimately removed from the project. DeMayo was hired to do a rewrite of the script for Blade, and he alleges that Marvel executives joked in front of him that they hired a young Wesley Snipes to write the movie. Those two men doesn't even look anything alike. I mean, come on. They think that we all look alike? No, we look different. Beau and Wesley, they aren't even similar, man. I mean, come on. How you going to say something like that? That is ridiculous. He responded to that in his OnlyFans video, saying, quote, one of the reasons I wanted to share this video is so you can see that Wesley and I look nothing alike, unquote. He added that the last straw for him was when he showed up to the production offer for Blade and were told someone needed to crack the whip around here. DeMayo goes on to say when he shared concerns about the prejudicial conditions on Blade with Marvel Studios, he was removed from the project in the middle of moving to Atlanta for production, and then had my role on season 2 of X-Men 97 aggressively marginalized. He says, this is what I say that this man has in his back pocket. He says that he has the receipts and the eyewitnesses to back up these claims. When someone says they have the receipts, you best believe them. I mean, you should not argue with that. If he believes that he could come out and say, look, bam, I can show you right here. Right there. You best believe him. There's a reason why Marvel Studios wanted this man to sign an NDA, because they know for a fact that they are not right over there. They know that they treat a lot of their black characters incorrectly. Like, for real. Look, we can't even get T'Challa. Blade was announced 5 years ago. What we doing with that? What we doing with that? So if they are willing to treat their black characters like that, how do you think that they treat their black workers, writers, directors? If you look at the MCU, ain't too many of those films was directed by a black person. Neil deGrasse, and what's the guy named Ryan Coogler on Black Panther? Who else? Who else? I don't know. Who else? Man, this isn't looking good for that of Marvel Studios. I'm sorry. All right, it continues. Marvel has not responded to any of these claims that DeMayo is making, but it's safe to say that their lawyers are preparing to go to war with him. We're just going to have to see how this all plays out. I know how it's going to play out. Settlement. That's how it's going to play out. They are going to settle with that of Beau DeMayo. You better believe that. They do not want all of this out in the public like that. And that goes to my next point. Why is it that Geek Tyrant is covering this news? Where it says via Variety, Geek Tyrant and Variety. But I don't see it on their line. I don't see it on The Wrap, right? This should be on your local news. That's how I feel. This is the biggest mystery of all time. Ever since X-Men 97 was released, in March, we all wondered what exactly occurred between these two. And here it is, Beau DeMayo could give us the answers. And he's willing to give it to us. Whereas Marvel, no, they're not saying anything. They're keeping quiet over there. They came out and said that man was being egregious on the set, right? And being inappropriate to his co-workers, right? And that's all they said. And they left it alone. And as I told you before, who gave us that statement? To today, I don't know who said it. So how I'm going to believe it? Far as I know, that could have been AI. Like, for real. How do we know a human being said that statement? We do not know. No one will attach their name to it. But here it is. We have Beau attaching his name to everything that he's saying. We have Beau willing to give you receipts and eyewitnesses. If he was really being inappropriate to his co-workers, where are those people? Why they're not talking? Why they're not speaking? Why they're not giving their side of the story? Because as a man, I'm going to let you know personally. And it's probably going to be a situation where someone asks me, dude, why did they fire you from X-Men 97? And I would have said, look, somebody touched me in the wrong way and I gave him a black eye. That's what I would have said. Or I put him in the hospital. That's what I would have said. Ain't no man is about to grope me. I'm sorry. Ain't no man is about to touch me in an inappropriate way. Hell no. Your boy don't get down like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I respect everyone. Live your life. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to tell you how to live. But when it comes down to my personal space, I just needed to be respected. That's how I feel. So I do not believe that Beau was around there touching young men's wrongly. That's how I feel. I feel Marvel Studios has done something and this man has seen it and they're trying to bury him in the algorithm, baby. Like, for real. They want it to be to a point to where you forget about this dude. Everything that he's saying, you're going to call him crazy. But as I told you before, we have multiple situations that we could compare this to, like that of the Josh Whedon and also Ray Fisher situation. Everybody thought that Ray was lying, right? Until all of the other actors came out and said something too. Think about that for a second. This whole situation is something that I hope get out of hand. I want to see every bit of information that is being withheld from us at this very moment. I want to see exactly how it is going to play out. There's one man that I believe, Beau, and an entire studio that, in my opinion, just isn't keeping it real with us. So, Beau, you keep on doing what you're doing, man. I am going to respect everything that you put out there. I'm going to cover it. I'm going to let the world know to the best that I can about your side of the story. That's what I'm going to do. Now, to be honest, if something comes out and prove Marvel Studios is right, I will make that video and I will keep it real with you guys. I will take back everything that I said here today. But until then, I have every reason to believe that Beau is in the right here. I'm your boy. Hopefully you have watched this video all the way to the end, help you blow out that algorithm. And if you're not subscribed, please be sure to do so. I'm trying to reach that magical number of 10,000 subscribers, so I'll be highly appreciative if you will help me cross over that threshold by hitting that subscribe button. And if you are going to hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that notification bell, because YouTube absolutely sucks at notifying subscribers that content creators that upload the videos to their platform. And don't forget to hit the like button to amount that algorithm, baby. But in the comments below, let me know what you think about Beau saying that he has the receipt and Marvel Studios continuing to be quiet. And always remember, let it la bon temps rouler. That means let the good times roll. But let me know in the comments below.